Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we dive into the stories and mysteries behind everyday things. Today's question comes from one of our curious viewers, Techno Wizard. Thanks for the suggestion. You asked, why do traffic lights use red, yellow, and green? If you've ever sat at a stoplight, staring at those glowing circles and silently judging their color choices, you might have wondered, why these colors? Why not neon pink or glittery silver? Today, we're diving into the surprisingly dramatic and sometimes hilarious reasons behind why traffic lights went with red, yellow, and green. So, if you've ever been stuck in traffic and stared a little too long at those glowing circles, or just wondered about the science and history behind them, stick around as we break it all down, right here on Explaining Everything. So, why red? Red has been associated with danger and warnings for thousands of years. Even in nature, red often means back off. Think poisonous berries, or that one friend who's angry but says they're fine. But scientifically speaking, here's the real reason. Red light has the longest wavelength of visible colors, which means it can be seen from farther away than other colors. Back in the 1800s, railways were already using red for stop because it stood out even in fog, smoke, and the general gloominess of industrial-era air pollution. So, when traffic lights were invented in the early 1900s, engineers basically said, let's not reinvent the wheel. Red already screams, stop! Let's keep it. And the color red said, yes, fear me. Now here's the fun twist. Green was not originally chosen because it means go. In fact, in early railway signals, white actually meant go. Yes, white, as in the color of car headlights, as in the color of literally everything that shines at night. And this went exactly as horribly as you think. One day, a white lens accidentally broke off a railway signal, so the red warning lamp behind it shone white, meaning the train mistook a stop or you will die signal as go ahead, King, you're doing amazing. That did not end well. Railway engineers learned their lesson and eventually switched to green for go. Green was visually distinct, and importantly, it didn't resemble every light bulb in existence. When traffic lights came around, the system was borrowed as is, and green has been the okay, move your life forward color ever since. Ah yes, yellow. The color that means, well, nobody seems to agree. To normal people, slow down. To impatient drivers, speed up like it's the Olympics. To grandmas, stop now, pray later. But yellow wasn't chosen randomly either. Yellow light sits smack in the middle of the visible spectrum, making it extremely attention-grabbing without being as intense as red. It's bright, highly visible in daytime, and naturally gives a sense of caution. Railways used it too, and for the same reason, it didn't blend in with anything else. Plus, yellow just feels like a warning. It's the color of bees, hazard tape, and your phone's battery when it's about to betray you. So, when traffic lights adopted red and green, engineers said, we need something in between. And yellow stepped up like, I'm loud, I'm bright, and I cause mild anxiety. I'm perfect. Just when you think this story is going smoothly, nope. The very first traffic signal in history, installed in London in 1868, was gas-powered. Gas, as in flammable gas, as in what could possibly go wrong. It exploded. After that fiery incident, the world said, maybe let's not put fire in the middle of the street. Electric traffic lights finally appeared in the early 20th century, and with them came the familiar red, yellow, and green setup. Fun fact, early electric traffic lights didn't even have yellow at first. It was added later to reduce the number of drivers going from stop to go with zero warning, basically treating every intersection like a drag race starting line. Here's something fun you might not realize. Traffic lights also mess with our psychology. Red doesn't just mean stop, it feels like stop. Your brain sees red and instantly goes, "Whoa there, buddy." Green feels naturally open and calm, almost like nature's way of saying, "Proceed, child." And yellow? Yellow is pure, emotional chaos. It triggers that one universal thought, I can totally make it. Traffic engineers didn't pick these colors just for visibility. They also tap into how our brains react to them. In a weird way, traffic lights are psychological puppeteers, quietly pulling the strings every time you drive. To sum it up, red has the longest wavelength, making it the most visible and perfect for stop. Green is a distinct color and a safe replacement for the deadly white that early railways used, making it ideal for go. And yellow sits in the middle of the visible spectrum, highly noticeable and perfect for caution. Add centuries of railway habits, a few disastrous accidents, and some surprisingly dramatic color politics. And that's why your day is controlled by 3 glowing circles. So the next time you're stuck at a red light questioning reality, just remember, you're following a color code older than cars, perfected by railroads, rescued from exploding gas lamps, and chosen because science said, these colors work. Deal with it. If you enjoyed this chaotic, color-coded adventure, hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more hilarious deep dives into everyday mysteries. And if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.